When someone says India, what language comes to mind? Hindi? Maybe English? Or is it Namaste? Well, what if I told you that India doesn't just have one official language, or two, but 22? Yep, you heard that right. India officially recognizes 22 languages in its constitution. And no, that's not including all the regional dialects and tribal tongues. If we count those, we're talking over 1,600 languages and dialects spoken across the country. It's like every town has its own soundtrack. So, how did this happen? And more importantly, how does it even work? Let's dive in. Let's start with a simple fact. India is not a country. It's a continent pretending to be a country. From the snowy Himalayas to the tropical south, from the deserts of Rajasthan to the jungles of Assam. This place is a linguistic roller coaster. Each region developed its own language, its own script, even its own grammar system, sometimes totally unrelated to others. For example, Hindi and Tamil are about as similar as French and Chinese. That's not a joke. They come from completely different language families. Hindi comes from Indo-Aryan roots, like Sanskrit, similar to Persian, and even some European languages. Meanwhile, Tamil is Dravidian, older than Latin, with an unbroken literary tradition going back over 2,000 years. So when India gained independence in 1947, they had a big question to answer. What language should unite the country? English was the language of the British rulers. Hindi was spoken in the north. But down south, West Bengal, the Northeast? Forget it. Many people didn't speak Hindi at all and didn't want to. So the compromise? Keep English as an associate official language and allow multiple regional languages to also be officially recognized by the government. The Constitution adopted a list called the Eighth Schedule, which originally had 14 languages. Over time, that list grew to 22. These include languages like Hindi, spoken by over 40% of the population, Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, all the way to Manipuri, Sanskrit, and even Bodo, a language spoken by just a small tribal population. And here's the wild part. These languages aren't just symbolic. They're used in state governments, court documents, school systems, official exams, and even on currency. Pick up an Indian rupee note, and you'll see a mini language museum on the back. The denomination is written in 15 different scripts. Now, does this make things complicated? Oh, yes. India's bureaucracy is like a linguistic puzzle. Translators, interpreters, local versions of laws, exams in multiple languages. It's a full-time job for thousands of people. But does it also make things beautiful? Absolutely. Because what India lacks in linguistic unity, it makes up for in linguistic democracy. It's like the country said, you don't have to speak the same to be part of the same. And that's kind of amazing, isn't it? Sure, there are debates. Some want Hindi to become the sole national language. Others fiercely defend their regional identity. Language protests have happened, even violent ones. Because to many Indians, language, identity, it's not just how you speak, it's who you are. And through all of that, India has held on to this incredible idea that diversity isn't a problem to fix, it is something to protect. So the next time you hear someone say, India speaks Hindi, you can smile and say, well, actually, India speaks Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia, Punjabi, Assamese, Maithili, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Santali, Bodo, Manipuri, Konkani, Dogri, Kashmiri, Urdu, and English. And that's just the official list. Because in India, every street, every region, every rhythm speaks in its own voice. If you enjoyed this deep dive into India's linguistic madness and magic, give it a like, share it with your polyglot friends, and remember, one nation, many tongues, infinite stories.